Good morning, kingdom blessings, everyone. Marietta here. Welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank all my new subscribers for coming in. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And for all my day ones, y'all know how I feel about y'all already. And listen, this morning I want to talk about masculine energy. I had to go take care of some things this morning, and a lot of times when I'm doing things for myself, a lot of times, a lot of people will DM me or they will uh, call me on the phone and they want to know where I'm at and what am I doing. And then when I tell them what I'm doing, they'll say things like, oh, you're operating in that masculine energy again. That masculine energy, that masculine energy. What is it about a woman that knows how to take care of herself and that she's doing the things that she needs to do to sustain her life? It's not masculine energy when you don't have a man there to do the things for you, so you've learned to do things for yourself. I told you I've been solo for many years, since 2001 to be exact. So I have learned to do a lot of things on my own. I've learned to do a lot of things for myself. And one of them, I want to show y'all exactly what I did this morning. This morning, I went and I took my car to the shop. Well, my van rather, because y'all know I don't have a car, but I do have a van. And I took my van to the shop. And I went to go get, let me cover up my information up here. I went to go get an oil change. This is it right here. And as I went to go get this oil change, I went to Take 5 Oil to get my oil change. Now, a lot of men would say this is operating in masculine energy because of a woman that knows how to go take care of her own business and take care of her vehicle. Because if you don't start taking care of your vehicle and taking care of your things, it will not take care of you. That vehicle would put you down. And y'all know the cost of a new vehicle is expensive right now. So ladies, if you're out there and you need an oil change, don't let nobody tell you you're working in masculine energy or you don't want to be seen at the oil place because of the fact that that's a masculine situation. And so you don't want to go and get your oil taken care of. The service checklist for that is there to an oil change complete, oil filter replaced, drain plug okay, plug gasket replaced, air filter clean, PS fluid safe levels, coolant safe levels, transmission safe level, washer fluid filled, wiper blades were okay, cabin filter NA, oil level, safe levels, windshield cleaned, and tires were checked. All that was done when I went and got my oil change. And I really think that it was worth every penny. Every penny. The shop service charge was only $1. Extra charge for oil filter was only $1. The Duramax full synthetic oil, $4.50. I guess that was per quart of oil. And anyway, it all came to, it was a subtotal of $118.97 plus tax, which was $9.52 for the total of $128.49. That's what it costs. That's what it costs. Now, if you had a man and he knows how to change your oil, you probably could get this job done a lot cheaper than that. But at Take 5 Oil Change, I like going there because of the fact that I can stay in the vehicle and I can get it done. But the oil change is costly, but yet and still is something that you have to do. And normally if you did have a husband, he would probably change it yourself, or you had a man around you that can do those things, they would change it themselves. But a lot of times when you're out here and you're on your own and you're fending for yourself, you learn to do a lot of things. I even told a lot of y'all that I even cuts my own grass. I've shown videos of me cutting my own grass, me doing my weed eating. Is that working in masculine energy? Does that mean that I'm operating in masculine energy because of you doing things for yourself? No, you got to do things for yourself. But I've had people tell me that you're operating in masculine energy because you're doing the things that a man should be doing. Well, that is true if you had a man, and sometimes don't think just because you got a man that he would do these things for you, that he would even know how to do these things. Sometimes you got men out there that have never changed oil. You got men out there that don't pay attention to your vehicle as much as they pay attention to their own. So as being a single woman and being a woman on her own, I pay a lot of attention to the things that are around me, not looking at it like it's a masculine or a female situation. It's just something that needs to be done. Somebody got to take care of it, and if I'm the one that's available to take care of it, the only one that's available to take care of it, then I need to take care of it if I want to keep my equipment well, even right down to my weed eater. I have the Husqvarna weed eater. I had to learn how to change the bump head and learn how to change the trimmer head on that weed eater. I was able to order it and send it out because I told y'all when I ordered it and changed it out, I did call to see how much it would cost to have it done. I think the gentleman said anywhere from like $125 to $150, and they would have to have my weed eater for about a week because they're behind because it's grass cutting season. No, ma'am, no, sir. I got on the line. I ordered the parts. I got two trimmer heads for that Husqvarna weed eater with the bump head already attached, already loaded with string, for $18 off of Amazon. I took the time to learn how to change it out. It's just as simple as it possibly be. Go back and look at my video of changing out the bump head on the Husqvarna weed eater. You'll see I did a great job at that. There was a time that I had plumbing issues inside the house. I had to get in there and fix those plumbing issues. Had never did it before a day in my life, but I'm saving myself a lot of time. It's not nothing for you ladies to worry about when somebody say, you're operating in masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with you learning some things about the place that you live and the equipment that you have to run and doing the jobs that you need to do to save money in your pocket. This is what you're going to have to learn how to do, because somebody taking something simple as a weed eater because it needs a trimmer head and you got to keep it for a week or whatever, that's nonsense. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's why I tell y'all, as you begin to become a homeowner, or you begin to live on your own, or you begin to start taking care of yourself and the things that you have to buy. If you have to buy this equipment, it's good for you to familiarize yourself with how to use it and how to take care of it. There's tons of YouTube videos on how to change out a trimmer head. There's tons of YouTube videos on how to unclog a zinc. There's tons of videos on how to take the elbow off of a zinc when it's cracked and you got a leak underneath your zinc. I did all of that, and I had never did it before a day in my life, but I learned how to do these things by watching the YouTube videos and learning. This is why I tell everybody YouTube is a perfect tool for you to be on, for you to be able to save some money in your pocket, especially what we're going through right now. This bill that I got, well, this receipt I got right here for that oil change, I mean, it really meant a lot to me to be able to take my vehicle, because thank God I got a vehicle first and foremost, to be able to go service my vehicle on my own in a month. My brother will be down here, and I will also be putting the new tires that I bought for this Chevy Traverse back here that is damaged. So I'm going to take the tires off of that, and I'm going to put them tires on this van that I drive so that I have new tires on my van. You got to be able to be accountable and make sure that you're looking at the things that you drive and taking care of the things that you drive. When the lights come on, deal with it then. Do not allow them lights to just stay on where you just let them be on and you don't pay it no attention. You just keep driving because you might not think you got enough money to fix that situation right then and there. You start figuring out how to get the money to get that light back off and to fix it, because a lot of times when you're driving with these lights on, one thing can cause another problem. If you're riding with that oil light on and you decided you're just going to ignore it because it's a masculine thing, and then you look up one morning and your engine is locked up, or you can't even move the vehicle, period, because of the fact that you let it run out of oil, so it's done seized itself. Now you got a bigger problem. Now you don't have a vehicle at all. So you got to really start taking time to pay attention to the things around you. When I got here, they told me it would be $125 to cut this yard. Do you know how many $125 I have saved over the course of 4 years that I've been here by cutting the grass myself, by buying my own equipment? That lawnmower cost me $2,000, a little over $2,000. But just imagine if I had to pay somebody $125 for 4 years to cut this grass every week. Look how much money that would have been. Sometimes you got to cut every other week. Sometimes you got to cut every week, depending on how the weather is down here and how fast this grass be jumping. All that rain we just had, this grass was out of control the other day. But because I had my own lawnmower and I was able to do what I needed to do, it wasn't about no masculine energy. It was about doing what needed to be done. So when I hear people say, oh, she operating in masculine energy, I would love to operate in my femininity because I am a very feminine, girly. But yet and still, when need be, I'm that super mom. When I need be, I'm that superwoman. When at need be, that masculine energy, as y'all talk about, it has to show up. And the same way with a man, when his feminine energy has to show up, because what if you get sick? What if you take sick and he got to feed you? Is he not supposed to operate in what you call quote unquote feminine energy by fixing you something to eat and bring it to your bed? Is that feminine energy for him to love you enough to take care of you himself with his own 2 hands? For him to start that washer up and begin to wash them clothes and fold them clothes and put them away? For him to know how to mop a floor? Is that feminine energy? Is this where we at today, where we are assigning jobs that we both couldn't do? I thought that came in hand with being a good helpmeet as a woman, being a good helpmeet to your man, because the same thing. If he falls sick or if he's going to work, if he falls sick, he can rest assured, I don't have to have strangers up here in the yard. I can cut the grass myself. I don't have to have strangers running around here weed eating. I can do that myself. I don't have to have strangers all up in the house, because 9 times out of 10, whatever goes on inside that house, I can handle it myself. And if it's got anything to do with the furnace or with the air conditioner or things that are out of my hands, 9 times out of 10, I already got that insured under American home insurance. So I can call somebody to take care of that, because I've been living on my own and I know what it is and I know what the cost is and I know exactly how hard some of these things can be when it comes down to fixing them. But when you say masculine energy and you look at a woman and say you operate in masculine energy, make sure you're able to take over where she is being masculine, as you put it. If you feel her cutting the grass is being masculine, then you volunteer to cut it. It don't matter where you at in the world either. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of times when y'all be on these lines and y'all be way over there on TikTok or over there on Facebook and you talking about she in South Carolina, you in Texas, and you in Florida, credit card will travel. Credit card will travel. You could just as well get on that line before you criticize her and say she operating in masculine energy by cutting her own grass and weeding her own grass. Before you do that, if you want to relieve her of that tension, relieve her of that pressure, and you meant nothing by it, you could actually get on the phone and you can call any lawn service company in her area, and you could take your happy little card and you could pay for that bill and that service and send them to her address. You can Cash App her the money to get it done. I mean, if it comes down to letting a man be a man, if it comes down to you can't stand to see a woman do what she needs to do to support and take care of herself, there's a lot of ways that you could help besides being critical. I mean, there's so many ways. Even if you feel as though that she needs a break, you don't have to be in her face to take her to dinner. I shouldn't have to tell y'all these things. These are things that you should know. You can call ahead. Red Lobster's open. Let that woman know that you done paid for her meal. Pay for her meal over the phone. Send her that Cash App and let her move like a grown woman. I mean, if your reasoning is just to be a blessing to her, if your reason is to want to get to know her, if your reason is just to be a gift and you really feel as though that she's working too hard and you watching her videos and you see her out there in that yard sweating in that hot sun and you want to relieve her of that job and that situation, then let a man be a man. How are you going to allow her to operate in her feminine energy instead of just talking about her operating in masculine energy? Because God knows there's nothing masculine about me. Absolutely nothing. I love being a woman. I love what it feels like to be a woman. I love what it feels like to be feminine. But at times when I got to kick in and my superpowers got to kick in and I got to turn into Superwoman, turn into Wonder Woman, I got to be able to get some things done. I don't have time to worry about what people are going to think or how it went. Because when I got over people thinking and people talking about me and people opinion of me, when I got over that, I begin to live. I truly begin to live. And at this age, this grand age of 65 years old, you no longer care what people got to say. It's just like you just blow it off into the wind. They're wasting their time, their energy, and their effort telling you just about anything at this point. Why? Because you're in a place now where you see that you have to function, and you have to function however you can. You got to get things done the best way you can, and at best, the easiest financially way you can, because finances are tight and they're tight for a lot of people. So you can't be letting your money get wasted. You can't be letting things just be taken out of your pocket just because somebody feels as though you operating in masculine energy when they cannot take you out of that masculine energy position. They're not able, they're not financially stable, they're not ready, willing, or able to be able to do nothing about that situation, nor are they offering you any help to come down there and cut that grass for you. They're not offering you any help to take that car to the shop and pay for it for you. They're not offering you any help because you know why? When it comes down to finances, I realize this is where people begin to crawl in a hole. They'll crawl right in a hole and pull the rug right over their head because of the fact that the very thing that they mentioned that you're doing, they can't afford to do. So it's easier for them to throw stones at you and say you operate in masculine energy. Whatever energy it is, sweetheart, get it done. And that's for you, man of God, you, woman of God, you, man, you, woman, whoever you are. If there's something you have to do, just get it done. Just get it done. Don't worry about what people got to say. Turn your line on, do your video, let them see you do it, and go ahead and and if they feel as though that they can do better, let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. That's all you got to do, because you know God is good. And we're here to uplift, motivate, and inspire. I get very inspired, uplifted, and motivated when I do some things for myself. It would be nice to have somebody to help you out and to do some things. But when you're moving by yourself and you're doing things on your own, don't feel bad about those things. Enjoy those things. They will keep you young. They will keep you learning. They will keep you beautiful. They will keep you feeling good about yourself. They will keep you patting your own self on the back and toot your own horn and blow it just as loud as you possibly can. Because I did that. I did that. When I look at this yard and I look around and see how well this yard is manicured, look at that. When I ran that weed eater all around that white building the other day and I had it wide open too, I did that. And I felt good about it. So I just want to let y'all know that a lot of times when people ain't got nothing good to say, they should just not say nothing. Instead of saying she operating in masculine energy, just thank God for the energy that she has. Thank God that she got enough love, enough respect for herself to keep her yard looking nice. She got enough love and respect for herself to keep herself up. She got enough love and respect to try to do the best she can to keep her housework up. She keeps her son up the best way she can, and she keeps the only vehicle that she got running is that van. And I'm going to do everything I can to keep that van up and running until the Lord bless me with another vehicle, so I can hop in my car and roll on down the road. So I may be coming to a city near you. I mean, just know that, this girl does a plethora of things. She's always learning. Her wheels are always turning. So with that being said, I want to let y'all know that I love y'all. I thank God for y'all. I thank God for how the channel is growing. And if y'all have any ideas of anything that y'all want me to speak about, or anything that you want to, as they say, see me do out here in the yard or talk about, just any suggestions you have for the channel. I'm open and willing for all new suggestions. Y'all leave me any questions that y'all may have for me. Anything you might want to know about yours truly, I can do a Q&A. So if that's something you would want to see, drop those questions in the comments, and I will start collecting some questions that y'all leave. And maybe one day we'll just sit and do a Q&A. How about that? So with that being said, I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've not turned on your notification bell, please do so at this time so that you will be notified when I drop my next video. If and so you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel, for it does help the channel a whole lot. It'll help us grow and help us be able to do more things and go more places. So with that being said, I love y'all. Y'all be blessed and operate in whatever energy you have to operate in to get the job done. Be blessed.